The Thought. In the Thought, Sans finally had enough to wait for Asgore to keep his promise. He remembered the resets and was just too tired of all this. For the first time, Sans already killed Frisk after the ruins and carried their soul to Asgore, who refused to break the barrier. Sans himself then took all the 7 human souls and absorbed them to set them free. I really like the design of Seraphim Sans and his theme Karma, a mix of all the other boss themes. If you are interested in that AoE, you should really check out the full dub version Starbots did. I watch it sometimes over and over again because, oh man, it's just so beautiful. My favorite scene is when all the human souls explain their story. It's just check it out. Aftertale. I think Aftertale was the first who started or displayed itself so perfectly for the readers. In Aftertale, Sans injected himself with determination to overpower the determination in the human, to keep them from resetting, and him the only one with this power. But the determination wasn't enough. He got stuck in the save screen and attempting to leave rule to his old in his determination, him crumbling into dust. Desperate, he tried to gather all the senses that came after him in his game. He tried over and over to get their help to end all the timelines forever. I really love how the comic shows you the different resets often, the loops and the same situations redone. It is so desperate and horrible to imagine watching everyone die over and over and over again without being able to act or do anything against it. Monstertale. First, Monstertale is so very different than Undertale that it can't really be called an AU anymore. The only heavy similarity between the two is that the main character was once Sans, but can't remember that. Undertale became corrupted and destroyed by a viral AI that accidentally became introduced to the same computer the game was on. The viral AI combined with Sans data, infecting and combining with him. AI, also known as Alpha, is made of several different modules, which are all designed to work in important tasks to make up the entire being. Alpha is the shell module, a container used to hold all of the modules. After now facing a completely empty world, but with the power to program and create, Alpha creates a new world and monsters as well, but it goes horribly wrong. Because he's infected with a virus, everything he creates is suffering and dying. Horrible monsters are crawling all over a shattered world, nothing like what it was before in the underground of Undertale. Alpha is also well aware that he is a program inside a simulation and may interact with the computer he's installed on. He watches over the player and guides them. Reborntale. Warning, Reborntale is an NSFW AU made for the pairing of Sans and Papyrus, also known as Fontcast. You may or may not like this pairing, but what is important is the story. In Reborntale, the human does a genocide run, which they stop after killing Sans, and flee somewhere. When monsters die in Reborntale, they become either an angel or a demon, which is chosen depending on their psychological state. Someone who is broken and depressed turns into a devil, whereas someone who enjoys life and is filled with hope turns into an angel. Sans, Kara, and Alphys are demons, whereas Papyrus and Undines are angels. Easy. I do not know much about the other characters, so we leave it at those. So, we have angels and demons, which never go away, because the genocide run stopped when the human fled from the world. There are no more resets. When someone is reborn, they lose all memories of their past lives, except for their name. I really love the concept of this AU and also know it works so well with Papyrus and Sans causing angels and demons to become friends. The other angels want to kill Sans for being a demon, and the demons want the fallen angel. I will finish the summary here because, like I said, it is mostly made for the Fontcast, but it's still my second favorite AU. Underfell. Everybody who knows me knows that I am in love with the bad guys. Then, what would be more perfect for me than Underfell? I know from the story itself it doesn't have much difference, at least not since it got cancelled by their creators because of Rule 34 content. It belongs now to the community, and everyone has their own headcanon of Underfell. The important part here is headcanon, because you can't say here with Underfell anymore what's canon and what's not, since it belongs to the community. A lot of people think of Underfell just as a darker version of Undertale, where the characters are all evil, like the artist Kaito Girl and her famous comic of Underfell. The characters there are evil, yes, but still hold onto all the events onto the original Undertale game. And my headcanon is that also much the same, just I don't think of everything so similar. I think of Underfell much more empty, not all of the items laying around, like the cheese and the runes. In my opinion, isn't Felsens just an evil douche, but a broken, desperate, and actually weaker person than Classic Sans? Someone who lost even more than Classic and gets in the open abuse by his brother Papyrus. I think of Papyrus not as a nice guy inside. He really is evil, but that doesn't mean he hates Sans, as the edgy skeleton would have long dusted him. All other characters are evil as well, or broken. The underground is filled with angst, which the human Frisk and their friend Flowey hopefully survive and save. My favorite senses are Error, Dust, Alpha, Fel, Reborn, Geno, Reaper. Let's say I have a lot of favorite senses. There are just so many good ones, and I thought it would be better to explain the AUs I like rather than just showing pictures of the random characters I like, and you probably also know. Yeah. So thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you may check out the AUs, or maybe you even want to share with me which AU you like and why. And yeah, we see each other in the next video. Tschüss!